Hello everyone, Phoenix Knight here. Welcome to the channel, and welcome to a new playthrough on the channel. Our last game of the evening takes us back to the world of Disney, as we are going to be playing Disney Animated by Funko Games. Our goal in this one is to make some of the most famous films in the Disney world, with the villains trying to prevent that from happening. Tonight we're trying to make 101 Dalmatians and Aladdin. Now, I'm not going to go through all of the individual powers until they become relevant. What I will mention, though, is our current layout of actions. We've got sound all the way up down here at level 1, ink and paint is at level 2, magic is at level 3, animation at level 4, and background is at level 5. Which background is probably going to be an action we're reaching for first here. And as the earliest released movie, 101 Dalmatians has first play. So 101 Dalmatians, just looking at our animation cards. You've seen me play this game a few times on the channel. It's got a lot of Ark Nova vibes to it. We're not going to go through it too much. But we do need to bear in mind that Cruella de Vil was saying that we need to collectively discard 2 paint tokens or 1 canine crunchies. We also need to get calamities. So our first calamity is an Aladdin. We need a red paint to get rid of that. And discard I believe that's a focus card. Yep, that's a focus card, and Aladdin's got that, so we can deal with that calamity. Now, for the 101 Dalmatians, actually, they've got that as well. So 101 Dalmatians is going to start off with a background at level 5. So that'll let us put down 5 tokens worth of background. I'm just going to get a drink here before we jump in. Let's see, background level 5. What do I want to put down right away? Well, I'm going to put this single background piece down. That'll get another magic token. Let's go 2, 3, 4, and 5. We'll do that. Slide everything down. And 101 Dalmatians will discard a focus card to get rid of the focus calamity. We are playing on standard difficulty tonight, so we reveal 2 calamity cards at the start of the round. Aladdin now is looking at his turn. He's going to take ink and paint level 3. He's going to grab the red so we can get rid of this other calamity right away, because I don't really want to deal with discarding 2 paint tokens or 1 canine crunchies. We'll take purple, and I guess we do need blue. So we'll slide all of these down. Then we'll spend the red paint to get rid of the other calamity. So that'll do it for Aladdin's turn. We advance the deadline and check on Cruella, but because we got rid of both calamities, we don't have anything to worry about. So we advanced the deadline, then we did the calamity effect. Now we switch the villains out. So we've got Jafar coming out. This is all about magic. Must have dislodged the battery. This thing's sometimes a little bit finicky. So we're going to slide these back up. We're over there. Okay, so let's see. That'll make it 101 Dalmatians' turn. We do need 2 calamities first. Our first calamity is a light bulb card, which inspiration, Aladdin can once again deal with that. And 1 we can't remove, so we are going to have to discard a magic token, so somebody's going to have one ready for that. What do I want to do here? Let's go for Let's see, well, just for giggles, does 101 Dalmatians have an inspiration? They do not, so Aladdin's going to have to deal with that one. So I think we're going to take ink and paint. We're going to use magic to take ink and paint at level 4. Let's go 1, 2. Let's see, 101 Dalmatians wants a fair amount of black, so they're going to go 3, 4. Those will all slide down. And now moving over to Aladdin. Aladdin is going to take sound at level 4, which will give a player, we'll have that give 101 Dalmatians the magic token that they just spent back. Then we'll place the genie token above the 4 space. We'll slide all of these down. And Aladdin will discard the inspiration to get rid of that calamity. So we've got one that we've got to deal with. And then we'll discard a magic token, which 101 Dalmatians will get rid of, so that's done. We'll cycle back to Cruella. And then we'll get 2 new calamities out, taking a level 2 action and a level 3 action. And that, I believe that has to be from the actual tile selection. Let's see here. Does it matter how we take the action? Well, we do need to select level 3 and level 2 actions. Actually, wait a second. What I'm still trying to figure out is if we can... Okay, select the action tile. Okay, so we do have to select that action tile. If we were to use the genie token to take those actions, we wouldn't be able to remove it. So 101 Dalmatians. Background level 4 is very tempting, but we don't have... Let's see, that would be ink and paint at currently level 3. If we take background and... Let's see... I think they're going to take magic at level 2, which will take that to give them a magic token. That'll get rid of the level 2 calamity. And then back over to Aladdin, ink and paint at level 3 is an option that we've got. Let's see, what does Aladdin need for paint right now? He's got blue and purple. We do have a white, so I think I will take ink and paint at level 3. So I'll grab a white, a blue, and a wild. Then we took ink and paint at level 3, so that calamity is done. We'll advance the deadline again. Our next 2 calamities, we've got one we can't remove, and we need a heart. We will be going back to Jafar this round. So so we're going to be discarding at least 1 magic token, unless one of us... Okay, Aladdin's got the heart that we can use for that. What does 101 Dalmatians have in hand? Grit and heart as well, so that's definitely an option. But we're going to take background at level 4, and 101 Dalmatians is going to return the genie. So let's deal with 101 Dalmatians first. They're going to take their background, and they're going to start off with... So they're taking background right now. What do they want? Oh, here's their level 4 piece. That's at level 4. Ink and Pain right now is level 1. That's not that appealing. Let's go for... let's go for 2 and 4. We'll work on covering their middle section. And then because we returned the genie, each of them get an option to take animation 3, background 2, or ink and paint 2. We got to slide all these down. Let's see, he's got the paint to put down Pongo and Perdita. Let's take a background. They're going to take an animation 2, an animation 3, which will draw 2 cards. As for Aladdin, Aladdin is going to take a background 2. We'll start working on Abu. Abu on the magic carpet. That'll move that up. And what does 101 Dalmatians have in hand? They've got a heart. I don't think they need a heart to place Cruella. No, they don't. They could use a heart for Pongo and Perdita, but for now they'll discard the heart to get rid of that calamity. So we do have one calamity that we're going to have to deal with. Aladdin is going to go with... he's going to go magic level 3, and we'll discard the magic token to start working on some not animation. I want background. That's what I'm after. We're going to put this background down working on Jasmine. And I want this other piece of the background, which will give him the magic token right back. Okay. That'll slide all of that up. Then we advance the deadline again. 101 Dalmatians will discard a magic token to get rid of that calamity, and we're back to Cruella once again. 2 new calamities coming out. One needs a black paint, and the other needs a grit, I believe that is. I think 101 Dalmatians has the grit in hand to deal with it. They do. Okay, so... background level 2 would give them Pongo and Perdita right now. Or they could... Actually, they can't put down Anita yet. Let's go with ink and paint at level 3. They're going to grab a green so they can put down Roger and the white. Slide the tokens down, and then 101 Dalmatians has an extra grit in hand along with the black paint, so they'll deal with both of these. So they'll deal with both of these calamities themselves. That way, that's not a big problem. Over to Aladdin. Aladdin is going to have a free hand, actually. So Aladdin is going to take... Aladdin needs to get sound up to level 5. So I think... yeah, let's take animation level 5 so Aladdin can draw 3 cards. Okay. Then we'll cycle all of this down. Advance the deadline. No calamity effect for Cruella. We're both fine on hand size. Jafar comes out. We'll shuffle the calamities, and then we'll get a new pair of calamities for the game. Alright. 2 new calamities. We need a red paint and a heart. Let's look at Aladdin's hand. He's got a heart that he can use. And we've got wild paint to deal with the calamity deal with the Aladdin calamity. Okay, so with that being said, let's have 101 Dalmatians take. Well, Sound at level 5 starts spreading out the canine crunchies like crazy. Well, take up to X value of black, white, or wild paint. Let's actually go ahead and take background level 4 so we can get some of this paint back on the board. We are going to take... let's see, what do we want to place here? I think we'll go ahead and place out the last piece for Anita. So that's 2. We'll spend the white and the wild to put down Anita, which will give us a free choose another player. You each draw an animation card or take a 1 value paint. I think we're going to have... Well, somebody's going to get the red paint so we can deal with that calamity. So we're going to choose Aladdin for obvious reasons. Anita's going to draw an animation card, which will be a heart that she can use to get rid of the calamity. Then Aladdin will take a 1 value red paint. And I believe it has to be their turn. Yep. Okay, so let's have 101 Dalmatians discard the heart to get rid of the Aladdin calamity. Then we'll move over... Actually, let's move all of this down. Then over to Aladdin we go. Aladdin is going to... Let's see, what does Aladdin want to do? Aladdin is actually going to take magic at level 4. Is Aladdin going to finish Jasmine? Blue and black, yeah. He is going to finish Jasmine. So let's get the last pieces down to put Jasmine on the board. So we need that piece and the last of the pillar, which is right here. Then we'll spend the blue and black paint. We'll use the wild as a black to put down Jasmine. Then choose another player. You each draw 2 animation cards, then discard 1. Obviously, we're choosing 101 Dalmatians. Choose 2, discard 1. Needs a heart and a grit. So we'll discard. Also needs a teamwork. So we'll discard the... Actually, we've got a surplus of heart and grit. We'll discard a heart. As for 101 Dalmatians... What does 101 Dalmatians need? Inspiration and focus, which they don't have, so it'll just be a grit that they're discarding. Then Aladdin will discard the red paint to get rid of this calamity. We advance the deadline, nothing going on with Jafar, so we'll advance back to Cruella. And we'll cycle all of these down. Back over to 101 Dalmatians. Let's take... We're going to take Sound at level 5, which will give 101 Dalmatians the option of taking up to X value black, white, or wild paint. So we'll go 2, 4, 5. We'll slide all of these down, and then since we took 3 paint tokens, we can pass out 3 canine crunchies. Let's go 1, 2, 3. I forgot to reveal calamities. We've got 1 we can't remove, and a level 3 action, which might not be the worst thing in the world. Let's see what Aladdin wants to do here. Aladdin, I think, is going to bite the bullet and take background at level 3, so we can get rid of at least the one calamity. So we get rid of that. Then we will put down, animation is at level 4. So that's another 2 animation cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't want to take that just yet, because that will put Aladdin over hand size. What I will do instead is I'm going to put down the other half of... Actually, I could spend a canine crunchies, but I don't have the red paint to be able to put down a boo yet. So I'm going to just work on... I'm just going to work on Aladdin right now. That'll give Aladdin a magic token and a level 3 piece. So we'll slide all of that down. Alright, we have the one calamity we can't remove after we advance the deadline. Cruella is going to make us discard 2 paint tokens collectively. 101 Dalmatians got plenty of paint right now. It'll be their turn, so... Let's see, they still need the green. They're going to discard a black. Are they going to discard a black? No, I think Aladdin's going to discard a canine crunchies. Okay, back over to 101 Dalmatians. Right now, ink and paint is at level 5. We could take magic level 3 and use that as background to put down Pongo and Perdita. And I think that's what I'm... Actually, you know what we could do? We're going to take magic, and I'm going to spend a magic token to take the action, but I'm going to return a canine crunchies token to take magic at level 4, and I'm going to use that as background so I can put down my 4-piece on the background. And I'm covering up ink and paint, which will let 101 Dalmatians take ink and paint at level 4. So they're going to go with, what do they need to put down Cruella? Black and white, which they've already got plenty of. Black and white. I think they have everything they need already. Oh, 2 new calamities. Need a black paint and one we can't remove. We've got plenty of black paint to get rid of that calamity, so we don't need that. Let's go... Okay, I think we've got everything we need, to be honest. Let's just go 3, 5, because we don't really need our paint right now. We'll cycle all of this down. Then I'm going to return a black paint to get rid of the calamity that we can get rid of. Then we'll move over to Aladdin's turn. Aladdin... he does have the paint now to put down Aladdin. But I still need to get the paint to put down a Boo at some point. Let's see, what does he need? I think it's red and black, along with heart and grit to put down Jafar. But I'm getting ahead of myself there. We can't take... Actually, we could take background level 3. But again, I don't want to draw 2 cards right now because that is going to put me over hand size. So I think we'll go with ink and paint at level 5. So let's take this red, take this wild. That's 2. And now Aladdin's got everything he needs. So we'll go... We don't even need blue, really. Yeah, I don't think any of us really need blue. Let's go 3, 4, 5, because why not? Although Cruella is going to make us discard paint tokens, since we do have to deal with her calamity, so we'll just use 2 yellow to get rid of that. Then we're back over to Jafar. We'll flip over calamities. First one needs a focus, which Aladdin has, because I'm holding Aladdin's hand right now. and a grit. Aladdin can get rid of both of those without hurting his ability to put down Jafar, but he's not near that point yet. Let's see, for 101 Dalmatians, I think they're going to take background at level 3, and they will be able to put down the rest of their main characters. They're going to cover up a magic token, which is good because that's good for them. So they get a magic token, which means we're guarded against Jafar's calamity effect this turn. Then we're going to spend the black and white paint to put down Pongo and Perdita, which for each black or white paint token on the studio, we reveal a card from the animation deck. So we've got 3. We got 3 tokens there. We get 1 of these. A focus, a teamwork, or a grit. Now I've got to have an eye toward getting Cruella out. So, on your turn, if each player has at least 1 canine crunchies, you may then discard a black, a white, an inspiration, and a grit, and a focus to put down Cruella. We have the inspiration. We actually have everything we need except for either the black or the white paint. But sound will take care of that for us next turn. We'll take a 1 value paint token. Actually, we could activate Anita. If we take a spare grit, we can activate Anita's power to get the extra black paint token we're going to need to put down Cruella. So yeah, we'll take a grit. We'll move those to the discard pile. Then we still have 1 level of background left, which we'll use to put down Roger. Then we'll spend the... Actually, we'll sit on the 1 value paint for the time being. Actually, we'll sit on the 1 value background. I'll use the aforementioned grit to activate Anita. Choose another player. You each draw an animation card or take a 1 value paint. Anita's going to grab the black paint. And Aladdin is going to do what? Actually, Aladdin I don't think cares about drawing animation cards right now because he can use both of them and not hurt his ability to put down Jafar. And he doesn't need, let's see, purple white for Aladdin. He's going to probably have to use red wild for a Boo. Let's see. He is going to... Unfortunately, he can't get a red paint right now because 101 Dalmatians has the other red paint. He's going to just draw an animation card. Okay, so now back to 101 Dalmatians. They are going to spend their last background point to put down their last background, which will give them the green and the black to put down Roger. Give a Canine Crunchies to any player. So we still need to get Canine Crunchies out at some point. Now my stream started going nuts. We'll give that to 101 Dalmatians. Actually, by doing that, now we have the option to place Cruella, because each player does have a Canine Crunchies token. So discard. Can she, without hurting her ability, put down Cruella right now? So... So she'll have to sit on that for her next turn. But she also needs to get a black paint. So she's going to need to take ink and paint to get a black paint. Over to Aladdin. And Aladdin is going to do what? He is going to do... let's see, he's going to do... What is he going to do? Other than watch my stream go nuts tonight. I don't know why my stream is doing this tonight. Marvel Champions was giving me some difficulties earlier. I'm deciding what I want to do with Aladdin here. And it looks like YouTube decided to melt down on me tonight. Let's see here. I'll probably have to upload the stream when it's all over. I'm deciding if I want to take a sound token. We still need to finish putting down Aladdin's background, though. We need more ink and paint, though, so he's going to take... I think he's going to bite the bullet and take animation at level 5. So he's going to draw 3 cards. He probably will have to discard, but he'll get... Wow, he's got tons of inspiration. He's going to discard the grit to get rid of both of those calamities. Then everything will cycle down. That'll be it for the turn. Jafar's calamity doesn't do anything. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Aladdin is going to discard a heart. And then we're over to Cruella. Which now 101 Dalmatians could place Cruella. But I think the plan here is going to be... Let's see. Cruella needs... Or not Cruella. 101 Dalmatians needs to get a black paint here. So they're going to... He's got... I can use... Actually, we need to take... We still need to get a focus into 101 Dalmatians' hand. So in order to do that, we would need to take animation. I think the plan here is going to be to cycle... Let's go magic, and we'll take magic at level 4. And we'll take animation at level 4, draw 2 cards. We get a focus, we do. And we get an inspiration. Before we do that, we will discard... Let's see, so those 2 are spoken for. We'll use a teamwork to give a canine crunchies to any player. We'll give that out to Aladdin. Then, so I was activating Roger. With a teamwork, yep, okay. So, let's see, they need to get background up in a hurry. I don't think there's anything else they can do with this inspiration and this grit. So they're actually going to spend... Oh, they still can't place Cruella down, though, because we still need to get a black and a white. So that'll move ink and paint to level 4. That'll move ink and paint to level 4. What do we want Aladdin to do here? Aladdin is here. Aladdin is going to background at level 4. We'll return a canine crunchies. That way, we don't mess with 101 Dalmatians' ability to put down Cruella. So we'll take the... So we'll finish up a Boo at the background. And we've got the red and the purple that we need to put down a Boo. So we've got a free swap on any 2 tiles. The 2 tiles that we want to swap here are... So actually, yeah, we covered up ink and paint at level 4. So the tiles that we want to swap with a Boo are... background's going to slide down. If we've got to swap 2, I'm going to move... I think I want sound at level 5, if I'm being honest here. Actually, no, I need ink and paint to be fairly high. So I think I'm going to swap magic and animation. I think we have the animation cards that we need in hand. There's animation cards that we need in hand. There's Aladdin. Aladdin needs a heart and a grit. Which Aladdin's got a heart and a grit in hand. Okay, and we can use inspiration. We can use inspiration to keep whatever tiles we need up there. So we move everything up. We advance the deadline. Cruella's Calamity doesn't do anything because we got rid of all the calamities. And we're over to Jafar. Our new calamities, we need a level 2 and an inspiration. So we're over to 101 Dalmatians. They're going to take Ink and Paint at level 4 for their first order of business. And we need the black because we are putting down Cruella this turn. We've got an extra inspiration that I can use to get rid of the calamity there. Let's see, that's 1. I don't think we really need anything else. So let's go 2, 3, 4, because why not? Yeah, Aladdin's got what we need for that. So we'll slide everything down. And then because each player has a Canine Crunchies token, I can discard where is it? An inspiration. Let's get the right cards in hand, Phoenix. There we go. Inspiration and a focus, along with the black and white paint. I'm using the wild as a white to put down Cruella, and 101 Dalmatians is now completely finished. Everything will slide down and we'll go back over to Aladdin. Now we don't care about the Canine Crunchies in terms of having them out. So what do we want to do with with Aladdin here? What do we need? We need red and black. So he's going to need to take Ink and Paint at some point. We've got enough inspiration that we can move anything that we need. So right now I think we need background to go high. So I think with that in mind, I'm going to take Magic at level 4, and I'm going to use that as background. Background or Ink and Paint. Let's use that as Ink and Paint. So at level 4, I need a purple and a white. I also need a red and a black. So I'm going to get ready. I'm going to get ready for that. Actually, do I want Ink and Paint or do I want background? I think I wanted background is what I said. So we're going to use that as background. We'll put this last piece down, and the purple and white will give me Aladdin. Then I can choose any player to take any animation card from the discard pile. I don't think we really need anything right now. We'll discard. We've got an inspiration that we can discard. Actually, did 101 Dalmatians have an extra card they could have discarded? Yes, they did, so they'll use that to get rid of this calamity. We are going to let the level 2 one hit us, though. Fortunately, we can use the Canine Crunchies as a magic token. So that's far from nothing here. Let's see. So I don't think we need the animation card and the grit that we need. Those are counted as 2 in hand. Wow, my stream is going nuts tonight. We do need to get sound up to level 5 sooner rather than later, though. So I think we're going to choose. I think we'll take an inspiration because why not? We are going to be discarding due to hand size anyway. So we'll slide all of that down. Then we get hit with the magic with the. I'm gonna have 101 Dalmatians return their Canine Crunch. Need theirs out anymore. Then we get hit with that. We'll shuffle these up, advance the deadline up to 10. We need to make sure Aladdin gets sound up and Ink and Paint. So I think we want sound up first. But we do need to get Ink and Paint sooner rather than later. So we've got our last 2 calamities coming out. Our next 2. We've got needing a red paint and one we can't remove, which fortunately 101 Dalmatians has. So they're going to take animation at level 4 and just take a magic token instead. That's basically Jafar insurance at this point. Then over to Aladdin, who is going to take... what is Aladdin going to take here? Sound at level 5. Yeah, actually that's what we're going to do here. So Aladdin's going to take a magic token, put the genie on level 5. Then we'll move everything down. Let's see. And Aladdin will need to take ink and paint next turn. And actually, 101 Dalmatians would have discarded the red paint to get rid of the calamity they could have. Then Jafar will go off after advancing the deadline, returning the magic paint. Back over to 101 Dalmatians. They are going to take... they're going to take... let's see, that just needs to be at... Genie needs to be above the 5 space. So 101 Dalmatians is going to take background 5. They're not going to return the genie, because that needs to stay there. Then over to Aladdin, who's going to take ink and paint level 5. Genie also needs to stay. Can we get enough paint to do this? Yes, we can. Actually, at the end of turn, Aladdin would have had to discard a teamwork. So ink and paint level 5 will let Aladdin take, what do we need? Red and... as I'm traveling next week. As for what else is scheduled on the channel, Friday, the day after Christmas, when I come back, we will have the 2001 demo game. We will have the 2001 demo game in Payoff Pitch Baseball. We'll be at Olympic Stadium in Montreal, Quebec, Canada, where the Montreal Expos will be hosting the Detroit Tigers in a rematch of the 1985 World Series. Thank you for watching the video. Please give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Be sure to turn on notifications so you get my content. Be well, stay safe, take care of yourselves and your loved ones, and I'll be back with more videos in the future.